There it is, in the mouth. Look at that hook, got him. Guys, as a lot of us know, a fantastic way to catch fish is on a shaky head. And there's a new product that I've brought in from Vike. It's a tungsten shaky head. But what's really, really special about this particular shaky head is, in particular, the hook. A lot of times you'll find that the hook that are used on shaky heads, because that's traditionally a finesse sort of technique, the hook is very, very light wire. And what I've been able to do here is get these shaky heads into South Africa, where they've got a more stout hook. You can see I'm pulling on it there, and there's very, very little flex. And what that allows me to do, and all of us to do, is to fish shaky heads up to 12 or 15 pound line. On a bait caster, it doesn't have to be a spinning technique. You know, there's some really, really big fish to be caught on this technique. So that hook for me is really important. The thickness of it, the hook gauge, the strength of that hook, and also the size. You can get it in a 4.0 and a 5.0 in a variety of weights. Packaging wise, guys, it's quite simple. It's just a normal Vike packaging. So that's what it looks like there. You can check that out at Bass Warehouse online, or in the shops you'll check it as well. So yeah, that was key for me. Obviously the tungsten head, that's ideal. You know, that's half the size or half the profile of lead. So, you know, that's really great. And then it's also got the screw lock keeper on there, which is exceptionally important. And the way that this one has been designed, or the particular spring that we've used on here, it's also got a bit of an extra length in terms of the shaft, and that's also really, really important when it comes to rigging your bait perfectly straight. Let me show you one of my favorite baits for this technique. So it's a Zoom Zlinky. Comes in the normal Zoom packaging, straight tail worm, stick worm, and that is one of my favorites, certainly on a shaky head, absolutely. So it's a very, very simple rigging method, guys. You just put it onto that screw lock, twist it on, that's going to hold it in place nicely, all the way up onto that extra length wire. And then on the Zlinky itself, there is a seam that runs down the bait in the mold where the joint is, right? And what I want to do there is just get that perfectly vertical, and then I can put my hook point straight through that sort of join in the plastic, if we can call it that. So let me just find that quickly. There it is there. Go straight through, all right, and turn it over, and then I just snag that hook point back in there. So that's the rigging method there. Just get that nice and straight. All right, there's a little bit of a bubble there, or a sort of a bend, and that's where that spring comes into play. I'm able to push that down and have a perfectly straight rig every single time. That is absolutely ideal. It really, really catches them, boys. So yeah, that's key. And let me just show you the kind of areas that I like to fish it in. Okay guys, so here's a steep sloping bluff bank or cliffy bank. You can see it starts to transition here. You know, there's a bit of a flatter area here, and then you can see the bank starts to get a bit steeper, and then we start to see the rock, and then it goes on to a more rocky or cliffy area there. 45, 60 degree banks, you know, those steeper sloping banks. And because what that shaky head does is it gets down onto those, straight onto the rock, and it goes down, and you really have a lot of bottom contact. So it's rubbing on the bottom. If there's a ledge, it just drops straight down. You know, it doesn't come towards you like a Texas rig does. That's one of the key techniques, and also with the slimline sort of profile of that Zlinky. So you're able to get down very quickly onto the rock, which is where you want to be, and you're bringing it down those ledges and shelves and rocks, and you know, the bass that are sitting close up against that edge, no matter what depth they're in, that Zlinky and that shaky head is going right down where they are. You know, as it comes over a ledge, it drops straight down, and the wiggle on the action is actually also quite remarkable. So although it looks like nothing, it does a lot in the water. Really, really good. A very sort of direct technique, in terms of, you know, it's you're not sitting waiting for a weightless presentation, you know, to get bit or to get down. It's in, it's down, it's on the bottom. You can feel it, and then you'll just feel that, you know, that thump or that tap. Sometimes they just get it in and you just feel that, you know, sort of like that spongy elastic band type feeling. But it's a really, really good technique to fish really efficiently and actually quite quickly, you know, right down onto the rock. Like I say, you're in the strike zone. If the strike zone is, you know, in an area like this, because it's the cliff behind me, let me try and get it in the shot behind me. You know, you throw it right up onto the bank, and then a meter off the bank, you know, it's already 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 foot, and you always, you know, are keeping contact with the bottom, which I think is key in this technique. It really catches good fish. So I'm out here now, the wind's a bit blowing, like a bit intense, so I'm going to give it a crack. And also, when it comes to the wind as well, why is it a good technique or a rig? Is because the weight and the bait are together as a unit, and there's absolutely no resistance. Where's my bait? It's down there, but let me grab it quickly. So there's the presentation. Like I said, I was just referring to the wind. There's next to zero wind resistance when it comes to this presentation and this bait. You know, this is streamlined. It's almost like windproof. So you can cast this thing for an absolute mile. You know, there's no tail or appendages on it that are dragging in the wind. So you can get a really long cast, and you can really fish these areas in the wind really efficiently. So that's why I've come up onto this bank now. The wind is blowing. I am a fan of wind. I do like a bit of wind. And this is a really good technique to fish in the wind, you know, when you want to still fish slowly and you want to get down there. A lot of times other rigs just won't get down there. You'll throw in the winds, you know, you just got this big bow in your line, and it's drifting and it's not getting down where it needs to be, where those fish are. So great technique. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work my way down this bank, down here, and see what I can snag for you guys. So yeah, keep that in mind. I think I've touched on everything. Maybe left out. What was I going to talk about? I spoke about line sizes. 12, 15 pound line it can be really important. Like I say, there's some big fish around, and if you've got a little bit of drag as it gets closer to the boat, I'm really sure you're not going to straighten that hook on a fish. There's just no way. So I'm really excited about the new tungsten shaky heads that we've got in. Check them out. It's by Vike. Got that bigger hook on it, and that really makes the difference. A lot of the hook sizes are like 1/0s or 2/0s or even a 3/0, but it's still not really long enough once they've molded the jig head onto there or the shaky head onto there. So this extra length 4/0 and 5/0 presentation for me is going to do a lot of damage in the tournament trail, and just, you know, generally fun fishing as well. It's going to catch a lot of fish, and it's going to catch some good ones as well. I'm confident of that. So very excited to have them in store, and let's put them to the test. Let's see what they can do. Oh. Nice take. There we go. Chat it on the way up. Yes, it's small. No ways. Another small one. Yeah, to be honest. Need to retie my line. Dadgummit. There's a better one. Come on. There's a better one. That boy's got some shoulders on him. Oh, he wants to jump. Stay down. Stay down. There's some shoulders, boys. There's some shoulders. There are some shoulders. Yo. Ah, no. Yo. There you go. Stay down. Nothing like a work call when you're onto like a 2.5 kilo. Settle down. Go, boys. There it is, in the mouth. Look at that hook, got him. Right there. Absolute beauty on that new Vike shaky head I was telling you about. Look at that magnificent bass. Unreal. Brilliant. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get a quick weight on this fish. Right, let's get a quick weight on this fish. Beautiful fish. .62. 2.62. Absolutely magnificent Inonda bass on that shaky head. Beautiful fish. Time to go. Fantastic. Zlinky strikes again. Beautiful. Absolute beauty. Time to go. What a fantastic fish. Absolutely majestic. Nice tip, boys. Really, really good technique. Good bait. Good rig. Good setup. Dogs. Ah, lost my worm. There's another one, guys. So they definitely into this. Got it down as well. Settle. Alright, boys, there we go. Got on them eventually. That hook point straight through the top, that bigger, it's a 4-0 hook. Lost my worm. Anyway, nice fish. Let's get it back. Very good. Works, boys. Works. Great technique. Great technique. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4 fish just in the short stretch. One butte. A couple of small ones. Rod wise, guys, for the application, like I say, bait casting, tackle 100%. If you got the Pesca range of rods, you definitely give the Pesca Light Jig Texas a try. This is ideal. Absolutely ideal. Ready to go. Let's see if I can get another one. Oh yes, there's one. Another small one. Another small one, guys. But I mean, you can see how prolific the technique can be. Whoops. Sorry about that. So yeah, a lot of fun. Very, very good. I'm sure James will be very proud of me for using the word prolific. Very good. Oh, 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 oh. Ah. Small again, but racking up the numbers here, so nothing to complain about there, boys. Small undersized fish, very lekker. is it? Good fun, boys. Absolutely brilliant. Ah, damn it, broke my worm. Broke my worm. Very good. Boom.